Welcome, pagans, heathens, and curious Christians, to yet another episode of Pagan Haven, where learning builds community. I'm your host, Asher Dawn, and unfortunately, I am by myself again, and this is not temporary anymore, this is permanent. Unfortunately, me and John Carter, we've been friends basically our entire lives since we were kids, and we butt heads a lot, and we just had a pretty big blow up, and well, I decided I'm going to take care of my brand, I'm going to take care of my business, and focus on that while we take a break from each other. With that being said, unfortunately, I do not have the episode that we're supposed to have today, which is supposed to be Loki and his family line, but I wanted to give you guys an episode in general. Things are going to be changing. I've been saying that recently, but that's just kind of what comes with the territory of a brand new podcast, trying to test the waters and figure out what's going to be best for them in the future and what they shouldn't have incorporated in their show. So what we're going to be doing is we are going to go to doing bi-weekly, where episodes are going to drop on Mondays. So our next actual episode is actually going to be on February 13th, and that is going to be the episode talking about Loki and his family line. Eventually, I am going to be looking into doing guests on the show when we talk about specific things like getting into witchcraft or maybe specific pantheons where I have people that I know in my life that know a lot more about it than I do, and we can bring them in and have them in for just one episode. And with that being said, with me just being by myself, I'm going to be doing a new cover art. Right now, I'm just keeping it the same because of the fact that I don't have a new one to switch it over to at the moment. So just kind of bear with me with that one. But I am looking at contracting artists for Astrid Army as a brand. If you're interested in joining Astrid Army and becoming a contracted artist underneath us, you can go ahead and send me an email at astridthepagan@gmail.com. There's also going to be the link to it in my links in bio in any of the descriptions, whether you're watching this on YouTube or Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you're watching this. It's going to be in the description where you can find the link in bio to be able to get to the email. Also in that link in bio, you're going to see that you can get into my Discord. You can find our Facebook pages, our Instagram pages, which you're definitely going to want to follow. In the future, I would like to bring back our free giveaways for our t-shirts, our merch line, and possibly even do a giveaway of being a guest on the show. Those ways that we're going to be able to post those are either going to be on my TikTok account, on the Facebook page, or on the Instagram page. So you want to make sure that you're following all those to have more opportunities to be able to win free things. Since I have this opportunity where I'm doing this video to explain to you guys about different aspects of what's going on, I'm just going to explain to you who I am and what the goals are moving forward. The people that came here from TikTok kind of sort of know me. Some of you have been with me for years, where some of you have just found me recently. I started out on TikTok as just a cosplayer, but I am a Norse pagan. I'm also a witch. So I posted a video on TikTok about paganism and it kind of blew up. And people started asking me questions, and I became somewhat of a teacher on TikTok. And you guys pushed me to do this podcast, which is what I'm doing. But you guys don't know where I learned all this is actually starting at when I was 10 years old. I was playing this game called Age of Mythology on the computer. My parents were both video gamers, so I grew up in a video game household. So I was playing this game, Age of Mythology, and it had Egyptians, Norse, and Greek. And I was just so interested in it, and I wanted to learn more about it. And honestly, Egyptian was my favorite. I was just so into the Egyptian culture. I have been studying religions since. So from 10 to me being 28 in March, actually, I've been studying for 18 years, and it's just so interesting to me. I've studied Native American, I've studied Druid, I've studied such a wide variety of different types of mythos, of different types of cryptids, all of it. So it's actually kind of fun because I love being able to teach what I know, and I've spent all this time learning for the fun of it. Now I'm teaching for the fun of it. And I'm glad that you guys are able to understand my ramblings whenever I do it, but that's more TikTok that sees me that way. The people that are listening to this podcast right now, they never heard this kind of side of me. I always try to be calculated. I have a script written out that I try to stay to so I don't end up rambling. But I have OCD and ADHD, so it's kind of hard. But it's easier for me to just be able to talk to you guys. And that's what the one thing TikTok loved about me, was that I just spoke to you guys the way that I speak in general. And you guys said that you were able to understand it that way. So I want to be able to do that for my podcast. I do see all your guys' comments on everything, and I saw that you guys didn't really think that John added too much to the show. So I'm actually glad that you guys think it's better off just to have me here. So moving forward, it is just going to be me, but we might have guests on here. Also, I talk about how Astrid Army publishes my books. I've been writing since I was also 10. Apparently I was very ambitious as a 10-year-old. But I got published twice as a poet when I was 10 years old, 3 more times before I turned 18, and then I published a couple novels after 18. I very much just love writing, and I'm working on a book right now that in the spring we're going to be recording promo videos for it. We have people that do martial arts acting that are going to be there to help us out. We have people who are going to be editing the videos together and doing all this. Oh, it's just so exciting. But what is the end goal here? That's probably what you're wondering. Why do I have the merch? Why do I have this podcast? Why do I do all of this? I'm doing it to build a place where everyone can feel safe, where everyone can feel like they can be themselves. All I want to do is just allow people to feel like they are welcome, that they can be themselves and not have to worry about people judging them. So what does that mean? I want to build a permanent Renaissance festival. That's basically what it comes down to. I wrote a book with a group on TikTok about Astrid the Viking Queen, which is where I got my name from. It's about the first female Viking queen who conquers all these places, but whatever, we had a castle named Castle Cambridge. And me and my group built Astrid's army around this book, this storyline we had going, and then it kind of had the snowball effect of turning into what it is today. But we built this around the idea of Cambridge Castle. So we want to build a permanent Renaissance festival around Cambridge Castle. Have the castle with extra rooms in it that people can win to stay in for free. We are going to have a secret basement that isn't so secret, but either way, it's going to be all video games. It's going to be the only thing there that's not going to be medieval-like. It's going to have every single video game section, VR, everything. For, us video gamers, because I can't live without my video games. But we're going to have an actual big banquet hall and a throne room and a TikTok recording room for our group and stuff to be able to continue doing what we're doing. But outside of that, we're going to have a stable where you can rent horses and be able to ride around and use it as transportation, because it's going to be a little bit of a bigger place. We're going to have a couple Viking huts that you can rent to stay at for a week or whatever you're staying for. We have some people in our group that do smithing and armory who want to open up their own forge, and we already have all these ideas planned out. We're literally just waiting for the money. The easiest way to help us out, even without spending money, is to share us around, to bring attention to Pagan Haven, to bring attention to maybe my book whenever it gets published. All that money goes towards us planning for this out. We're also doing our merch lines, so all of our merch lines go towards it. So if you find a shirt or anything that you like, you could definitely go ahead and buy one of those, and that's going to go towards us, you know, building this permanent Renaissance festival. But mainly, we just need you guys to subscribe. We need you guys to like. We need you guys to share. We need you guys to comment. We need you guys to go on TikTok and blow up my page, because the more reach I have, the more I can bring in, the more of a chance that we have to be able to build this world where we can feel safe and happy and be able to be who we are. Because that's all I want to do. I always tell people, I don't want to make all this money to be able to be rich and live whatever I want to do. I want to make this money so I can help other people. I've already talked to other people who have these big dreams in their life, and I can incorporate them into what I'm working on right now. So I'm like, yeah, once my thing starts off, you know, gets going, we'll bring you in. Like, you can make money, you can realize your dreams. That's what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to help people realize their dreams. But yeah, that's just me ranting. That's what's coming up. February 13th, you're going to be getting an episode of Loki and his family line. I'm so sorry about the delay. Unfortunately, the video might be sounding crappy because of the fact that I moved during the holidays. I have been struggling to try to get my life together. I've moved so many times in the past couple years and downsizing and losing a lot of stuff. So, what I was going to say to you guys is every year on TikTok, for my TikTok followers and fans, if they wanted to buy me a birthday present, I would have my wish list up in my links in bio. I am allowing you guys to do that again this year. My birthday's March 10th. I need clothes. I need cosplays. I love polar bears. I'm going to put up a couple different wish lists. So there'll be, I believe, 3 wish lists in my links and bios. And one is going to be polar bear stuff, if you just want to make me smile, because I'm obsessed with polar bears. There's going to be one for clothes if you want to help me replenish my clothes, because I either have clothes that are falling apart that I've had for 10 years since high school, which it is literally going on 10 years, or clothes that I had to leave behind, or help me rebuild my cosplays because I barely have anything left. If this is what you want to do for me, I thank you so much. If you don't, that's completely fine. I also have Cash App and PayPal for the people who would rather just give money for my birthday to help out with the plans that I have going on for the day, because we're going to be going to the zoo and going to axe throwing. This year I'm being selfish. I've had such a crappy couple years, and I've been working so hard with my brand, and I've been working so hard in my work, and it's just been so much. So March 10th, I'm just taking the day and being selfish. And if you guys want to join in on that, feel free. Whatever gifts I do get, I will definitely make a video. I will make plenty of videos for you guys to post on the day of my birthday. But that's all I have for you guys. Unfortunately, I do apologize that we didn't have the video that you guys were looking for. The moving, the falling out between me and John, it's just been rough. And I'm finally getting things together. I finally feel like I'm finally taking steps after being knocked down, because I've spent so much time getting pushed down the moment I get back up. And this is the first time I'm actually able to take steps before getting knocked down again. And I haven't got knocked down again. But we'll see, because I'm kind of optimistic about what's going on. So, yeah. Definitely share us around. Go like our pages. Subscribe to us. Whatever you have to do to push us. And I will see you on February 13th. Keep an eye out, because I might just do a random, giveaway.